Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. And in this video, this made news just the other day. New York State Attorney General, Letitia James, she's hard at work again. And this time she is suing the world's largest beef producer for misrepresenting environmental impact of their products. And it mostly is about their saying that they're, looking to be net zero by 2040, and they're greenwashing the public and the consumers who are willing to pay more if people say they're green, which, consumers don't have more money these days to be buying into hype like that. And, this is very interesting because every environmental voice out there is a preventing solutions fraud. They are all greenwashing the public, and many of them are soliciting donations from the public based on their misrepresentation. But Letitia James is going after this beef producer right here. NPR says that they're suing the beef producer JBS for fraudulent marketing around climate change. Now, right here, Band News, they did a thing about it too. It's a video. And, they say the war on beef is, to push the climate change agenda, and rice is next. And right here, we're going to listen to Alex Jones just give his take on this.
First, I want to talk about JBS, one of the largest meat packing companies in the world, particularly packing beef. They've been sued by the Soros front creature, Letitia James. And folks have to understand, this is not just some New York nuttiness. This is part of a strategic plan worldwide to demonize and criminalize beef first. Then they can move on to every other major staple. They're now targeting rice next, worldwide. Seen in headlines, moves to restrict or ban rice or put carbon taxes on it. This is literally waging war on the very food supply that humanity needs to live.
So, yeah, I'm in agreement that something is up here besides fraudulent marketing. It's interesting who Letitia James goes after for fraudulent misrepresentation and what she lets slide by her. I mean, she doesn't know that all the environmental voices and groups out there and government officials are all environmental frauds who won't allow solutions. But I guarantee if I went to her with this truth, they'd probably investigate me. That's happened before, and I know that I went to, I'm pretty sure the Attorney General in Oregon and in Colorado, or some, body that oversees things, and was like, listen, these groups, Colorado was not protecting our winners. And, out in Oregon, it was the people who are doing the youth climate case, Our Children's Trust. Okay. And they're working against the cause, okay? Along with Bill McKibben, proven fraud. They're all out here soliciting donations from the public. Now, is Letitia James going to care about that? I doubt it. But right here, okay, sorry about this. I never agree to cookies most of the time. But, they talk about that, oh my God, beef production emits the most greenhouse gases of any major food commodity. It accounts for 14.5% of annual global greenhouse gas emissions. And they say that in 2021, the JBS Group, JBS USA's global parent company, reported Total global greenhouse gas emissions over 71 million tons, more than the total emissions of some countries. And so Attorney General James seeks to stop JBUSA from continuing these false and misleading marketing practices, paid disgorgement of all ill-gotten profits and penalties. So Letitia wants this company to pay back profits that they overcharged the company, the consumer, by charging, with their price, because the consumer's buying it because the consumer cares if it's environmental or not. Okay. I've talked about this. If you've been here before, I guaranteed, the consumer doesn't care anything about the environment. They want it to be feel good. So as long as they can just feel good about it, then oh my God, yeah, man, I'm totally into it. So they can feel good that, oh, I'm buying from a company and they're doing something. But you ask the average person that has that mindset to, end their disposable society, turn off unused electricity, buy a responsible car that doesn't have a gazillion unnecessary features, okay, they suddenly let you know that they really don't care anything about the environment. So, the people that are being taken are just as big of frauds as what the Attorney General is acting like they're victims. Okay, they're not. They're just as fraudulent. And I can assure you that every other company out there isn't, well, most other companies out there. I did see an Apple commercial and I was like, wow, well, that's a pretty good figure. That's, wow, I could have achieved more than that decades ago, but they're doing something, So some places are doing something, but, I guarantee, when we get to 2040, it's going to be like every other in goal that's been out there. Oh, well, oh my God, we didn't meet it, and it's not just they didn't meet it isn't going to be just because of JBS. Okay. It's going to be because everybody isn't doing what's needed to be done. But the Attorney General here is going after JBS because they say that JBS has made several misleading claims about its environmental impact, including pledges to curb deforestation and reduce its greenhouse gas emissions. At a 2015 industry presentation, JBS USA executive said it was important for beef producers to convey to consumers that they were lowering their environmental impact to maintain their share of the food market. Since then, JBS Group and JBS USA have continued to make claims about the sustainability of beef products. For example, in April 2021, the company ran a full-page advertisement in the New York Times that featured the net zero claim. Recently, September 23, the JBS Group CEO told the audience at Climate Week event in New York City that the company pledged to be net zero by 2040. As of February 2024, the company website still boasts that claim. And we still have 16 years until 2040. So she's predicting that they just started this and in 16 years they're not going to achieve their goal. Okay, right. But right here, a lot of just malarkey. Consumers worldwide are increasingly concerned about their impact on the environment and the greater trust in companies and brands that pledge to be sustainable or climate conscious. Recent studies have shown that people are influenced by a company's environmental reputation and are willing to change their habits to switch to more environmentally products. More than 2/3 of American adults are willing to pay more for sustainable products. JBS Group and JBS USA have used greenwashing and misleading statements to capitalize on consumers' increasing desire to make environmentally friendly choices. Okay, and you know what? Every single environmental voice out there especially all of the voices that are soliciting donations from you, including Bobby Kennedy, his Children's Health Defense. They're about the environment. They solicit donations. The NRDC, Bobby worked for years, will not allow solutions. Do not hear about actual real solutions that would have solved all these problems long ago, so Letitia James could actually go out and do something of value at her office. Okay, so you can read this whole thing. At the bottom, it comes down to a lot of assembly members and their statements and whatnot. But that's the Reader's Digest version of it. And as Alex Jones says, yeah, very very likely this is the global agenda, and the food supply is definitely a target. So it's hard to believe that only JBS could be held accountable. Well, as a matter of fact, I know it's impossible to believe that only JBS could be held accountable for this, but somehow JBS has become a target of, I think we can all say the agenda-driven Letitia James. So stay tuned, people.